At first glance, Labubu appears to be nothing more than an adorable, quirky toy. With its oversized eyes, toothy grin, and mischievous expression, it's no wonder collectors worldwide have fallen under its charm. These small, colorful figures have become a global sensation, gracing shelves, social media feeds, and even high-end fashion collaborations. But beneath the playful exterior lies a chilling theory that's gaining traction in dark corners of the internet. On obscure forums, cryptic TikTok videos, and whispered conversations among collectors. What if Labubu is more than just a toy? What if it's a vessel for something ancient, something evil, with roots stretching back to the deserts of ancient Mesopotamia? What if Labubu is connected to Pazuzu, the demon of wind, sickness, and possession? Pazuzu, the demon of duality. To understand the theory, we must first delve into the lore of Pazuzu, a figure from ancient Mesopotamian mythology whose name alone sent shivers down the spines of those who uttered it. Pazuzu was a fearsome demon, often depicted with a grotesque face, sharp teeth, bulging eyes, and a serpentine body. He was the embodiment of chaos, associated with destructive winds, plagues, and nightmares. This duality, destroyer and guardian, made Pazuzu a complex and terrifying figure, revered and feared in equal measure. The connection between Pazuzu and Labubu at first seems far-fetched. After all, how could a modern toy, mass-produced for collectors and children alike, have anything to do with an ancient demon? But proponents of the theory argue that the similarities are too striking to dismiss. Labubu's exaggerated features, its wide, toothy mouth, piercing eyes, and impish demeanor, bear an uncanny resemblance to the iconography of Pazuzu found in ancient artifacts. The open mouth in particular is a point of fascination. Could Labubu's design, with its perpetually open mouth, be more than a quirky aesthetic choice? Could it be a deliberate echo of an ancient power? The whispers begin. The internet is rife with unsettling stories about Labubu. One user recounted how their Labubu doll seemed to shift positions on its shelf overnight, despite no one touching it. Another described a persistent cold spot in their room, centered around the toy's display case. More disturbing are the accounts of whispering voices, faint, unintelligible murmurs heard only at night, often after a Labubu figure was brought into the home. Parents have reported their children engaging in strange behavior, claiming to speak to an invisible friend that appeared shortly after receiving a Labubu as a gift. These stories, while anecdotal, share chilling commonalities: the presence of a Labubu figure in the onset of inexplicable phenomena. A modern vessel for an ancient evil? The most unsettling aspect of the Labubu Pazuzu theory is the idea that each figure might serve as a conduit for something far older and darker. Some theorists propose that every Labubu contains a fragment of Pazuzu's essence, carefully disguised within its cute exterior. The toy's inviting smile, they argue, is a mask, a way to lower people's defenses and invite the figure into their homes. Once inside, it begins to exert its influence, subtle at first, but growing stronger with time. This idea draws parallels to ancient beliefs about talismans and idols, which were thought to house spirits or deities. In Mesopotamian culture, statues of Pazuzu were not mere decorations. They were imbued with ritual significance, believed to channel the demon's power for protection or harm. Could Labubu's creators have knowingly designed the toy to evoke Pazuzu? The official story behind Labubu is innocuous enough. It's the brainchild of Hong Kong-based artist Kasing Lung, inspired by his whimsical illustrations of a mischievous monster. The toy's aesthetic draws heavily from pop culture and street art, with a playful, almost ironic edge. Yet conspiracy theorists point out that art often carries hidden meanings. Could Lung or someone involved in the design process have been aware of Pazuzu's iconography? Could the resemblance be intentional, a nod to occult symbolism disguised as a trendy collectible? Or is it possible that the connection runs deeper, perhaps tied to forces beyond human intent? What do you believe? You don't have to believe the theories. You can chalk it up to coincidence, clever marketing, or the human tendency to find meaning in the mundane. But next time you see a Labubu on a shelf, its wide eyes staring back at you, ask yourself, is it just a toy? Or is it a carefully crafted mask for something ancient, waiting to slip into your home? The whispers have already started. The question is whether you'll listen.